Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about my top 5 Space Marine datasheet in the 10th edition Space Marine Index. Let's check out what are these 5 datasheets and why. First one, let's check on the HQ options, Primaries Librarian and the Librarian, but probably the Primaries Librarian is a little bit better because you can attach him to Hellblasters and other Primaries units. Okay, but let's check out why this unit is so great. We have the datasheet. It has a bolt pistol and the smite as ranged weapons. Bolt pistol is just a bolt pistol, but the smite is an okay-ish ranged attack, but somewhat unreliable because the number of attacks is d6, so between 1 and 6. Also, you can use a stronger version of this one, but then you can take some damage, so take it as you will. I don't think it's worth the risk. Other than that, it has an okay-ish melee profile, nothing to rave about. But his abilities are really great. First of all, he can protect the unit completely, or almost completely, from psychic attacks. Against psychic attacks, he can give this unit a 4+ Feel No Pain, and his protection is also working against psychic melee weapons. So this can be incredibly good against psychic heavy armies. And the other one, Mental Fortress. This one is his psychic ability. When you attach him to a unit, that unit gets a 4+ invulnerable save. So makes your guys incredibly tanky. So even if they drop a nuke on you, well, you can still save it on a 4+, which is around 50%. So this unit is really great and amazing. It gives one of your units incredible survivability. So if you had this model but didn't use it since, well, now is the time to take him off the shelf and put him to good use. Okay, let's check on the next unit. Sniper Scout Squad. These guys received some incredible buffs, but mostly on their scout sniper rifles, and that's one what I'm going to talk about. These sniper rifles were strength 4, 0 points of armor penetration and damage 1, but now they are heavy, so if you didn't move, you're hitting on a 2+, with a strength of 4, 2 points of armor penetration and damage 2, and it also has precision. So with this one, you can threat characters really easily. So you got an okay-ish sniping platform. This is really great. You can bump it up to even 10 guys if you want it. They have the infiltrators keyword, so you can put them further away on the table, but at least 9 inches from your enemy. And they also have stealth. But when your opponent is shooting at them, then he has to subtract 1 from his hit rolls. Okay, that's nice. But here's the real kicker. Concealed position. This unit can only be selected a target for a ranged attack if the attacking model is within 12 inches. Since you have a 36-inch range, well, let's just say if your opponent doesn't have anything that is really fast and can dedicate it to kill this unit, you can shoot freely for at least 2 or even 3 turns. And even then, it's not 100% that your opponent is going to target this one. And with the 2 or 3 turns shooting, well, you will kill at least 1 or 2 characters, or even more if you are lucky. This is a hidden gem. Okay, let's check on the next one. Contemptor Dreadnought. Well, its ranged options got a little bit limited, but he got bumped up to toughness 9, and many of its weapons are rather nice, both in melee and shooting. So he has an okay-ish profile. But this Dreadnought also got a 5+ invulnerable save, but more importantly, the first time when this model is destroyed, do not remove him from the game, and do not roll for deadly demise, but instead roll 1d6. If this one is a 2+, then you can set this model back up on the battlefield as close as possible where it is destroyed with d6 wounds remaining. So basically, on a 2+, he resurrects with d6 wounds remaining. That's nice. My fourth pick is the Outrider squad. Why, you ask? First glance on the datasheet, it didn't change much. Well, even, it has less attacks than it had before. So why would I pick this one? Well, if you check it carefully, it has 2 types of basic statistics. Because now, you can add an ATV to a unit. The ATV is a bigger kind of bike where you can take one really good anti-infantry weapon or one really good anti-tank weapon. So while this unit lost some attacks in melee, it got some flexibility. So it's almost like the old Marine units now, with better base statistics, more health, more attacks, and now also have a heavy weapon option on a big bike. Because now it's much more similar to the old Space Marine bike squad. Now it also have the heavy weapon option, but you can't give special weapons all special melee weapons to the sergeant and to the members of the squad. But at least you had increased stat lines. So in some cases it's better than the old bike squad, and in some cases it's worse. But one thing for sure, it's 100% better than it was, when it could be only 3-man and no heavy weapon options and things like that. So this one is a really great improvement. I hope the White Scars will have some kind of detachment for these. I would like to see that. Okay, and the last one, Inceptor Squad. A fast-moving Gravis armored units, so it's a little bit tougher than your average Space Marines. It can deep strike. It has 2 types of different weapons. One of them is really great anti-infantry, and one of them is really great almost anti-everything. Although these weapons have a shorter range, but because of deep strike, you can make sure that when you come in, you will be able to shoot your weapons exactly where you need it. This one was a really great and versatile unit before, but since then, it got another great ability called Meteoric Descent. This one is basically a deep strike, but you can arrive 3 inches away from your enemy, horizontally. You are still able to shoot, but you are not able to declare charge if you come in with using the abilities of this rule. Okay, but I can't charge, so why this one is great? Well, because when you want to secure an objective, you have to be within 3 inches of that objective. So now with this one, it's entirely possible to come in with Meteoric Descent, shoot down the enemy models on this objective, and take it, with just one swoop. Okay, and one other interesting thing, now you can bring more than 3-man squads. It can be 6-man max, so more firepower and easier to take the objective. Also, one little improvement, these weapons used to be assault, but now are assault and pistol, so you can shoot them in melee, which is really nice because these guys are inherently bad in melee. They got much better, in my opinion. These 5 was my top 5 pick from the Index Space Marines. These are the most competitive choices, maybe, but maybe not. But these are the ones that I'm most excited to try out, and I can see the potential in them. Honorable mention, Hellblasters. On a 3+, they can shoot after death, so it's nice. And one last thing, you probably wonder, why didn't I pick the Desolation Squad? Mostly because that one is a feel-bad unit. You can hide it, you can shoot with it, you don't have to think. It's just a point-and-click unit, and I think you are better than that, and you will give your opponent a fair fight. Thank you for listening, and soon I will be back with my another top 5 picks of a different index. So once more, thank you for listening. If you like what I do, please hit the like button, subscribe, or both, and even hit the little bell. If you don't hit the little bell, well, I will probably upload a video on each week. See ya.